cash in a flash.
So you need cash now, you don't know how. No time to waste, need a loan at a pace. Get cash in a flash.
Wait no more. Accel Finance has the Express loan just for you. The first ever Express loan known by thousands for over 10 years. So walk in today and within 24 hours, you can get your Express loan approved and your cash in a flash.
Cash in a flash. So when you need cash now, Accel Express loans is how you can get your cash in a flash.
Terms and conditions apply.
Visit any Accel Finance branch for your Express loan today.
Get cash in a flash.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Washing the vehicle? Use a bucket, not a hose. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there. Easy. That's why on June 22nd, we're hosting our Easy Ride Auto Show at Ariza's Car Park, Bruce Street. Speak to our professional loan officers, car dealers, and insurance brokers in one convenient location. Learn about our special offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. This is your opportunity to secure your Easy Ride loan and drive away in style.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Everyone. All right. Of course, we're saying hello, and welcome to another Mikey Live program. How are you doing? The people who are here for the first time, hello. The usual suspects, hello. Like you're always on the business, hello to you. Now, sorry. Folks, this is where it all happens. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. So you're going to hear a bit of everything on the business. So there was the like a session last night. It looks like the deluxe cinema, the government. You understand, they're going around having a series of town hall meetings. And in the particular areas that they are in, they, bringing all the MPs and, things like that to talk about, the constituency and their ministries and so on, So that happened last night. We're going to talk to you about that. And of course, we have the national report that's going to delve a little deeper into the business as well, boy. Some people are counting their blessings today following an accident that happened at the Jones Road area, that's Mount Morris. The vehicle that they were traveling in, we're talking about the passenger bus, lost control. You understand? Crashed and then burst into flames. So we're going to talk to you all about that. Pretty Elasny continues to be a big problem for farmers, including Maribo Bay. You understand? The Maribo propagation station. So we'll talk to you all about that too. Would you imagine that, boy? Project 500 to begin in Dunfermline St. Andrew. We will talk to you all about that too. All right, and Child Protection Authority has somebody new at the top. We'll talk to you about that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. We have to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors, The Beacon Insurance, and of course we've got Axel Finance on board as well. All right, so folks, welcome to the business. We're taking a quick one, a little thing, and then we will be back. And when we come back, it could be real news in Olilililolo. And don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit, compliments Digicel. That lucky person might just be you.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. And that's one of the jewelry stores that you have to check out, you know, because I find them to have some really nice, interesting jewelry at very, very, very good prices. So check them out. Good news! The National Water and Sewage Authority has sent out notice that water restrictions, which set into effect on the 12th of last month, have been lifted. Yeah, man. Yep, NAWASA says in consultation with relevant stakeholders, it has been determined that the recent rainfall has adequately replenished water catchment areas, thereby alleviating the drought-like conditions that we've been experiencing for the past few months. You understand? So NAWASA said that they'd like to thank you, the general public, for your cooperation during this time of the restrictions. They say that it was necessary to do that. You understand? Well, we made it. We have made it. So you all can wash your vehicle, but still, conserve water. Don't behave like, you know, ting. You can still conserve water, be responsible with your water usage. Yeah? But in terms of the restrictions and it being illegal to do certain things, that not happen no more. Alright? So you're alright. You're outside. A plea for community involvement as we move on. And vigilant village policing and policing in general, that is being issued in an effort to combat the inconsiderate and unlawful harvesting of produce at the Maribo Propagation Station, where organized instances of theft have been observed. Would you believe it? It's like stealing from a church. It is like stealing from a church if you're stealing from the Maribo Propagation Station. Now, over time, the Maribo Propagation Station has suffered multiple incidents of theft, resulting in the loss of water nuts, ginger, sweet potatoes, with the most recent incident occurring last week You understand? Approximately 2 weeks ago, or 2.5, 4 beds. Would you imagine that 4 beds of sweet potatoes were unlawfully harvested at the propagation station? And another attempt was made on 5 additional beds containing fully grown potatoes ready for harvesting and going out to the market. Fortunately, they were intercepted by the station security personnel. So, they have security that does be there, but they just move around. So sometimes the thief and them just take a chance, but this time they get catch. However, Nigel Gibbs, who is the supervisor of the propagation station, he's urging the community to assist them in addressing this situation. They say when you steal from the propagation station, you interfere with the food security objective of the country. Understand? And he says that really isn't good for us.
Because there's normally a lot of talk about poor management and the Ministry of Agriculture not doing its part, but the community has to also play a role in ensuring that the food security is something that is kept, is maintained, and that is well managed. And so we have people, and they time it. Normally Thursday, Fridays, market day starts into the weekend, and normally these are the days that we get hit. So even when we step up it's 40 acres, and we normally have 1 watchman on duty at a time, and we will rotate them. So definitely the authorities will have to relook the strategy. One, the community will have to assist with the policing of the compound, and but report these activities, because we firmly believe that it is happening right in the Maribo Sab community.
That's just a hard one, right? The propagation station is responsible for putting all the little things, the plants on them, and then get them out to the communities, get them out to the farmers, and so on. And so if you keep doing that, it becomes a serious problem. Now, as the 2024 plant distribution season approaches, set to commence in just 1 week, Gibbs emphasized that the theft of the produce from the station will restrict the availability of planting material intended for the farmers. Now, these materials typically serve to provide essential resources to the public for their agricultural endeavors, and that's how serious of an issue this is.
So they come here with impunity, they disrupt all of the functions, and eventually it has a serious significant negative impact on the overall production of the station and for the food security, because now for the last 3 weeks, I've been having to tell farmers, come back next week, come back, because we didn't have rain. We get the rain, we've been doing some fertilization, the vines now start to run, but of course, the product, really the secondary product, is the potatoes. And we would normally bring it to the homes, sell it, and give to the hospitals and so on, and all of that now is being interrupted, and this seems to be a repeated attack. So it is somebody who is well versed of what is happening here, and they're probably looking at the watchmen's movement so that they can target the compound. In fact, just down the road they put a stone, a big boulder in the road, so that the watchman who normally comes up with his vehicle, he wouldn't be able to pass.
And if you see the size of the stone, you understand? So they put that there so that when the watchman come in, he will not be able to pass, or they will see when he stops and stuff like that. Very organized. Now, a report will be filed with the Royal Grenada Police Force if it has not been done yet, and a plea for heightened police presence on the farm will be submitted. Now, furthermore, the station urges livestock farmers to ensure proper tethering of their animals to prevent impoundment of those animals. Gibbs emphasizes that the growth and development of crops at the propagation station are often hindered by the presence of those animals that are not properly tied. You call them the stray animals,
Even after sending multiple warnings, persons still believe that they can just have the animals untethered, and it's causing our production to be impacted in a negative manner. Because while we're trying to produce these planting material in our germplasm, we have animals grazing. Of course, we have cattle here, and from time to time one may get untied, but that is minimal. What we've had the whole of last week before, in the dry periods, macho goats, young goats, the kids running amok in our germplasm, and all warnings to the owner or owners went unheeded, and in fact they took no action to remedy the situation. So these are some of the challenges we're having, and it's all right on the plateau.
Whoa. All right, bro, I get it. I feel it for you guys. So it was a close call for passengers aboard a Sutter's or St. Patrick bound minibus this afternoon. As the driver lost control of the vehicle then hit an embankment, and that vehicle burst into flames. You understand? According to our reports, multiple injuries were sustained, but at least there were no fatalities reported. What exactly caused the driver to lose control of the vehicle? Well, that's a subject for speculation, of course, though the police say they are conducting their investigation into that incident. But again, this incident happened today at what we know as Jones Road, located in Mount Morris. Again, it was reported that the driver lost control of this minibus, which was carrying passengers at the time, and some of those passengers were injured. As you can see, a quick pan showed that there were people watching because they didn't want to stay close to the burning vehicle. But yes, the vehicle lost control, hit an embankment, and then it burst into flames. Luckily, no one died. At least we have not received any reports of any fatalities as a result of this. So we say that at least all is well that ends well. Thank God. I mean, the bus driver or owner is left without a bus, but as it relates to the most substantive matter, the safety or the lives of the passengers, of course, we were told that no one died from this crazy freak accident that occurred this afternoon in the Jones Road area. We will recall that this is the temporary path that buses or vehicles heading up to the western side ply. And of course, that's as a result of the Molyneux land slippage. That piece of road is currently under construction, and according to the implementation minister, it is likely that we will get a completion of that project ahead of time. All right, so there's still a couple of months remaining for the completion of that particular project. But we all know this hill. It's a crazy hill. It's a very steep hill. So I'm just happy to say that we have not had any reports of any fatalities coming out of this particular incident.
Yeah, Brooks.
All right, so we are moving on. How are we looking for time? So the next thing that we have to tell you about is the series of town hall meetings being hosted by the government. Last evening, that meeting was held in the Deluxe Cinema, that's in Grenville, St. Andrew, and there were several presentations made. One of the things to highlight is that the Housing and Gender Affairs Minister, Gloria Thomas, has disclosed that the government's 500 project is to begin at St. Andrew in Dunfermline pretty soon. Now, the 500 project, as it is called, is a housing program being initiated by the ruling administration. So, Ms. Thomas was last night giving an account of her stewardship, for the past 2 years as she's in government, and what she's doing, With Ms. Thomas, different, When I tell her she different. I did not know her much before she got into politics, Then she was a teacher and so. Anyway, all the good events I go in and do, like we go to do the live, we go to do a live event here, things like that. You'll find that government ministers would come right at the start of the event, or sometimes come late, fashionably late, disrespectful much. You know, in a lot of instances, a lot of the government ministers, they just arrive casually late at events. It's like a norm. Yeah, certainly, to be quite honest with you, it irks me. But let me tell you, let's go back to the topic. Miss Gloria Thomas. Miss Gloria Thomas reaching there before the people come to open the building. Consistently. So I approached her on it. I'm like, you know, like, how? And she's like, you see, me, I don't like to be lit. I don't like to be lit. You know, I like to sit down, take my time, relax, and make sure that I think. I went to a funeral one time. And so we go 2 hours as a standard to funerals, you know, to set up and everything like that. When I got there, I saw a vehicle. I said, wait, no, that looked like the minister vehicle. When I reached it, the minister is sitting in the church. The minister reached before the priest. And the technical team who sets up 2 hours before. And she sits there, and all the boy uncomfortable now, yeah, because the boy passing with wires and things. And the minister, the boy want to ask the minister, do you care for some water? You know, because, you know what I mean? But she is consistently early. And that is a hell of a quality to possess. You understand? Time management and respect. You understand? Despite you have a high portfolio, a position in society, that you respect people and their time. So when she hosts the event, you understand, whether there's 3 people or 6 or 5, once she did and the time reach, all you let it go. Event must start. Set a standard. You know, so I like her really much, a lot, for that, you know, and she's very passionate about what she does. You understand? Big up Minister Gloria. You understand? Yeah, anyway, there you go. So the next thing that we have, so yeah, the 500 project is when you remember the Prime Minister had promised that. I think they said it in the fourth year. So people started to say, well, where them hoises and them by? Where them hoises? But the hoises are, as she's saying, they're coming. You understand? They're coming. Right, earlier. So we alluded to that last night, and I just wanted to delve into it a little deeper. In our conversation with the police yesterday, he noted that there is a particular challenge that they are faced with in the fire department, which is that of prank calls. People calling the fire department and say, hey, there's a fire in Granance, or hey, there's a fire there. And you know, them jump down the thing and they do the thing, and then only to find out when they reach at the scene, there is no fire. You understand? And that, they are saying, is a serious problem for the police.
Well, sometimes people just being ignorant of the law and idle. They just decide to just call the fire department, report there's a fire, and no respond. Sometimes we try to call back the persons, no response, but because of the severity and we understand, how devastating fire is, we try to work with every stakeholder that calls and so forth. But sometimes when we go in the area, there is no fire. We call the number that call the department, no response, and so forth. And sometimes it happens over and over. And if we don't respond, then it may just be one day. You say you call Wolf, and then one day the wolf appear.
Right.
So we don't want to be in that position. We want to respond to every call and so forth, and let everybody, be safe home area, be safe during these calls and so forth. Well, I want to admonish them to cease from doing that because it's a risk. Every time we move off with our fire plans, it's a great risk because our motto is to reach a life, to save a life, and the risk is responding to fires, with the appliance does not sometimes move at normal pace, top speed, and there is traffic. We have to try to divert to the traffic and so forth, and make sure that there is no accidents involving other vehicles, pedestrians, and even with the fire plans. So it's a risk when we move from point A to point B with the appliances. And also when we go to areas and there's a false call, and then there is another fire, a real fire now. For instance, we go Cali's in a false call, and there is a fire in St. George's. So the distance to cover and the risk in coming back to that respond to that fire. So we want to ask person to cease from doing that. Cease from doing that, because it's not an easy thing to respond to a false call, and it builds the pressure of the firefighter, because the firefighter goes through a lot of stress, especially when you have fire, because you have to control your emotions, you have to control your blood pressure go up, and all these things. So all these things take into factor when we fight in fire.
Right.
Because remember, the person sitting not in the driver's seat, he responsible now of sizing up that fire. He responsible now of putting on his bunker suit or his fire gears. He responsible now for looking out for the driver. He responsible for honking the horn. Because most of the time the horn is honking, is the other person in front that is honking that horn. He responsible, for seeing size up and all these things. And so it brings us stress on the firefighter. Going to that, responding to that scene of that fire. When they reach there is no fire. So we're asking person to cease from doing that.
Yeah, and I see somebody on the live saying that they should be, it is an offense. It is against the law to make a false call, not just to the fire department, but to any department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Do you understand? So some welcoming news. Let me get a picture. We went to, I know her from college, so I just wanted to plug it in, because I was so excited to see her. Effective June 17, so that was yesterday. The Child Protection Authority Grenada welcomed Mrs. Lenise Paul as the interim managing director. Mrs. Paul comes with a wealth of experience and knowledge in the field of psychology. So hello, welcome. Very, very pleasant young lady. Very pleasant. So congratulations to you. And folks, doesn't it make you feel good when you see your schoolmates or people that are walking up, climbing the ladder nicely? Today, I remember, sometimes I feel like crying when I think about that. I remember a young lady who came from a poor family, very poor family. And again, college. I know her struggles. And today, I needed to employ the services of a lawyer. And for the first time, she says she has an office XYZ place. So I went to the office and stepped into there, and to see her office, with all the signs and stuff like that, I almost cried. For somebody who came from very humble beginnings, from a very poor family, and now is a lawyer, is an attorney at law, has her own office in XYZ. It is just amazing to see and to appreciate the strides made by people you see climb the ladder, so, and we have to see more of that. We don't appreciate our own, or sometimes when we see people get to certain achievement levels, or when you see people achieve at certain levels, we start envying them and we start criticizing them, not understanding the journey. So for many who doesn't understand her story, would say, she playing, open up office, I want to play, she ting, ding, 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 ding. You don't know her story. You might see a guy driving a car and think, hey, what you playing, he come out from ting, ding, ding, more ting, ding, ding, but watching stuff, you buy a house, you buy a car for yourself, and you do not know his story. You understand? Sometimes this young man has struggled so much in life that he reaches a point where he just wants to do something for himself. And if it is in buying a car that he has always wanted to purchase, if that was his goal, and it will make him feel accomplished, then it's not your business. You understand? It's no one's business. You understand? That's his journey. You have yours. Your objective or your goal to achieve is different from his. So stop judging him by your standard. Stop judging him by the decisions that you would make. To each his own. He is his own man and you are you. You understand? Live and let live. You know what I mean? And let's just appreciate the people for what they do. For at least trying. You know what I mean? Anyway, West Indies lick up a team yesterday, Afghanistan by Jano. Yeah, they mash up the place and right now they're doing really good. You understand? They ended the preliminary phase of the ICC T20 World Cup on a pleasant note. Unbeaten in the World Cup so far, you know. Last night, they completed their exercise with a 104 runs win. A victory over Afghanistan, who did well too at that phase. In fact, they have some of the best batting stats for this phase. However, West Indies just trashed them. Unbeaten so far, you know. So we are alright. And then, the Boston Celtics, they are the NBA champions. You understand? Okay. So, just wanted to share that with you because I see that we are running out of time, family. Give me a chance to let me drink some water in the program. And then I'm coming back. And when I come back, it's more thing for all you. We'll have the national report and the weather. So stay tuned. I drink some water too. Drink a liquor thing. We're coming. Don't forget to check out Real Value, IGA Supermarket. They've got the specials going on right now. Their weekly specials is trending. You understand? So check them out.
Cash in the flash.
So you need cash now, you don't know how. No time to waste, need a loan at a pace. Get cash in a flash.
Wait no more! Accel Finance has the Express loan just for you. The first ever Express loan known by thousands for over 10 years. So walk in today and within 24 hours, you can get your Express loan approved and your cash in a flash.
Cash in a flash. So when you need cash now, Accel Express loans is how you can get your cash in a flash.
Terms and conditions apply.
Visit any Accel Finance branch for your Express loan today.
Get cash in a flash.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there. Easy. That's why on June 22nd, we're hosting our Easy Ride Auto Show at Ariza's Car Park, Bruce Street. Speak to our professional loan officers, car dealers, and insurance brokers in one convenient location. Learn about our special offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. This is your opportunity to secure your Easy Ride loan and drive away in style.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Ever wonder how water goes from its natural source to coming out of our tap crystal clear and safe to drink? Well, let me introduce you to Grenada's National Water and Sewage Authority. They are the water wizards behind it all. Yay! A whopping 95% of all water comes from surface sources. This water might look muddy now, But wait until you see the transformation.
First, they add a non-toxic chemical to the water. This brings particles together, forming clumps in a process called coagulation. Next, a gentle stir helps the particles come together. This is called flocculation. Gravity does its thing and the clumps settle to the bottom. This is sedimentation. Then the water is passed through a bed of sand. This filtration removes up to 95% of bacteria. See the difference? Now our water is clear and nearly bacteria free. Lastly, chlorine is added for disinfection, killing any remaining bacteria and making the water safe to drink.
And that, my friends, is how Nawasa brings pure, refreshing water from their surface sources to our pipes, our washpan, our buckets, whatever you think about.
This advertisement is the first in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
The yard. Use a broom instead of a hose. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the climate resilient water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
This is the GIS Evening Report for Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. I am Rakisha St. Louis. In the headlines, Prime Minister and Minister for National Security says stiffer penalties will be imposed on the expiration of gun amnesty. We'll have details to this story and more when we return.
This June marks government's second year in office. Let's reflect together in a series of town hall meetings, discussing and planning for the next year and beyond. St. Patrick, we're coming your way first on Monday, June 10th at MacDonald College. Then it's St. Andrew the following Monday, June 17th at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. On Wednesday, June 19th, we journey to the sister Isle of Carriacou at the Hillsborough Government School. And it all culminates in St. George on Monday, June 24th at the Boca Secondary School. All meetings start at 7 p.m. Your voice matters, and we want to hear from you. Join us in this engaging and informative series of discussions as we work towards a better future together. Don't miss out on this opportunity to engage with your government officials. Also live on GIS, Channel 22. Together, we can work towards a brighter future. See you there.
Welcome back. Prime Minister and Minister for National Security Honorable Deacon Mitchell says stiffer penalties are on the way for gun crimes when the gun amnesty expires on July 31st. That assurance during Monday's town hall meeting at the Deluxe Cinema to commemorate his administration's second year in office. The Houses of Parliament will debate and pass the Firearms Amendment Bill in August, which will see an increase in fines and imprisonment sentences. Prime Minister Mitchell says for the first 6 months of the year, members of the Royal Grenada Police Force have intercepted 35 firearms, which is not part of the amnesty count. The gun amnesty allows owners to surrender illegal firearms to the relevant authorities without facing penalties.
Please encourage our citizens to hand over the firearm. The cart has been extended. It ends on the 31st of July. On the 1st of August, we will pass the Firearms Amendment Bill. We are going to Parliament to debate it next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. The changes to the sentencing for persons caught with unlawful firearms are going to be draconian. And I want to give an example of what we mean. The sentences are going to move from fines and 6 months imprisonment to minimum of 5 and 10 years imprisonment to, in some cases, 20 and 40 years maximum imprisonment. This is the opportunity to voluntarily hand over the firearms.
Prime Minister Mitchell announced that government, the police force and other stakeholders will adopt a zero-tolerance approach toward gun-related crimes.
If you want to shoot as a sport, there's a Gun Rifle Association. You can join the Gun Rifle Association. You can have a proper licensed firearm and you can engage in shooting, archery, or whatever they call it, as a sport. But outside of that, there really is no need for firearms in a small place like Grenada. And I think we have seen with our own eyes, and we've felt the pain of young men in particular, senselessly killing each other for no good reason. And the young men are somebody's sons, nephews, in some cases fathers, because they are leaving young children without a father. So yes, the penalties are going to be draconian because we have given an opportunity for the firearms to be handed in. I want to take the opportunity to commend the Royal Grenada Police Force for the tremendous job that they've done in almost solving at 100% the recent spate of gun-related homicides.
Residents of St. Andrew and surrounding areas will soon be able to fully utilize the sporting facility at Progress Park. Honorable David Andrew says the park will be lit and plans are in train to reconstruct it into a mini stadium in accordance with international standards. Many sporting events have been held at the facility over the years, including inter-secondary school games, athletic meets, and football, among others. Senator Andrew told the gathering at Monday's town hall meeting at Deluxe Cinema that government intends to take advantage of the facility, which is already an internationally recognized field. The scheduled work to be done at Progress Park is among projects mentioned by the Minister for the constituency of St. Andrew Southeast.
One of the reasons why we have not hurried along and done Progress Park as quickly as some of the other little fields that probably up and down, you know, you have some fields that kind of up and down, but they're still lit, right? It's another story. But one of the reasons why we have not rushed with that kind of speed for Progress Park, because Progress Park is an international standard ground. You hear me? When Grenada hosts international teams, one of the few grounds in Grenada that can be used as practice grounds for international teams is Progress Park. It's one of the better grounds in Grenada. Not so, Kerry? And Kerry is Ministry of Sports. He knows cricket, so he tell you yes. And so we can't just jump and put the same lights you're seeing in some of these small fields. We can't just jump and put that in Progress Park. It will not serve the purpose. So we have to make sure we get standard lights to international standards to ensure that when we host in South Africa or England, or we hosting some Bangladesh or one of the international teams, we can still do international matches there and the lights will be up to that standard.
Andrew is optimistic that there are many benefits to be derived from upgrading the facility.
We want to do athletics with football inside, plus maintain the cricket, because we have a lot of good athletes. You see what happens at Intercall, right? Okay, let's not go there, David. But with all of this sporting talent, and Progress Park is still the home of Lime FC Paradise FC, right? So we have all of this sporting talent, so we want to make sure. I think to not develop the potential of Progress Park to a full-blown mini stadium would be to underutilize the potential. So bear with us while we negotiate all of these things to get a quality international standard lighting and to contemplate the the stadium.
This is the GIS Evening Report. We'll have more news after the break.
Violence is never the answer. Let's talk it out. We need a safe space for our children to grow up, so let us respect each other. You see this little light of mine? I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna keep it burning, for the children is looking on. So let's take advantage of the gun amnesty in full effect until July 30th. Remember, the answer is love. A message from the Ministry of National Security. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna keep it burning.
The gun amnesty remains in effect until July 30th. A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources wants to boost a number of programs of direct benefit to the nation as part of its food enhancement and security drive. This was disclosed by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Isaac Bagwan, at the recent meeting with European Union officials. He said the Ministry is aiming at projects in collaboration with the EU to the value of over 19 million euros, approximately 50 million EC dollars.
The European delegation, they are working through CARICOM to fund this project is approximately $55 million. Over a 4-year period, which intends to commence in January 2025. This meeting is more or less like a scoping mission, looking at the whole area of food safety and food security. And as such, the key stakeholders within the Ministry of Agriculture were brought together so that we could look and see what is happening where the gaps are, and how can we benefit from this particular project. Of course, looking at the institutional arrangements, the issues of procurement, the issues of rules and regulations, the issues of policies and gaps, etc. So it is really scoping and to be able to look at how we can put whatever structure we need to put in place so that we could benefit from this fund.
Several heads of department, including representatives from the Livestock, Agronomy, Fisheries Extension Division, Pest Management Unit, the Cooperatives Department of the Ministry, as well as the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, attended the meeting to discuss how each department can build on particular areas of assistance with the hope of building Grenada's food security.
The other area of social protection, there would be a follow-up meeting with the relevant ministry to look at social protection, the policies, the fallouts, and where this project could assist in this regard. Because once you speak food security, then of course you need to look at vulnerability, you need to look at access and so. And of course, you look at it from a health perspective, you look at it from a perspective of foreign exchange and so. So there are a number of, as you know, that we do have a national agricultural policy. We do have the NSDP, so you have these different instruments. Of course, the CARICOM 25 by 25 initiative.
Dr. Florian Lutekin, team leader of the Partnership of Governance of the European Union, also shared on the European Union's engagement with the Ministry of Agriculture.
We are here on the invitation of the Permanent Secretary Isaac Bhagwan for the kick-off and a fact-finding mission for a new program in the fields of social security, social protection, and nutrition. So the objective is to foster cooperation between the European Union and the OECS countries, and particularly Grenada, to see what we can do together to improve the diets of our population, to find ways to better protect, especially fisher folks, people who work in agriculture, smallholder farmers, for example, through agriculture.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs marked the OECS Day with Colors Day today in collaboration with the Hospitality Department at the T.A. Marisho Community College. Member countries were encouraged to wear the OECS colors, green, white, navy blue, and yellow. The day is part of the 43rd anniversary activities that began earlier this month under the theme Advancing Together, Embracing Innovation for Sustainable Growth and Regional Integration. Hospitality students prepared cocktails and mocktails that represented the colors of the OECS. Foreign Affairs Minister Honorable Joseph Andel says as OECS celebrates its 43rd year, we must acknowledge the camaraderie and diversity of OECS member states. He also thanked the students at the T.A. Marisho Community College for their involvement in the celebration.
The OECS is all about harmonization. It's about collaboration in a number of fields. And as a group of small states, we have been able to achieve quite a lot in 43 years. Free movement of people and goods, indefinite stay in each other's countries with contingent rights attached, common currency, and so much more. Travel with national ID or voter ID card, driver's license without passport. And so the OECS is proving to be a beacon not only for the Caribbean but for the rest of the world. I wish the TAMCC students and staff continued success and pledge our support as government for all of your initiatives.
Finally, in the news, newly appointed Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to Grenada, His Excellency Dr. Christoph Nicholas Eick, says climate action is one of his key areas of interest as he seeks to strengthen ties with Grenada. Ambassador Eick presented his letters of credence to Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade on Tuesday morning, during which time he expressed his enthusiasm and dedication to strengthening the ties between Grenada and Germany.
Germany and Grenada have been partners and close friends for many years. We share the values of democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. We have faith in multilateralism and work together in many fora, including in the United Nations. Development cooperation between our countries has been strong. Yesterday, I was able to visit some of the GIZ projects on the island, in particular in the water sector. Just a few weeks ago, the UN SIDS IV conference reminded us of the fragility of the small island developing states. Germany wishes to be a partner in meeting the needs of Grenada and the Caribbean states. Your Excellency, as Special Envoy for Climate Issues in the Caribbean and bilateral ambassador resident in Port of Spain, I am eager to interact with your government.
Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade thanked the ambassador for accepting this responsibility. Her Excellency also expressed her appreciation to the government and people of the Federal Republic of Germany for their climate change efforts through the GIZ and the provision of training and short-term courses for Grenadians.
A notable example to which €2,500,000 has been contributed by the German government is a project entitled Climate Resilience in Grenada's Water Sector. The aim of this project is to support adaptation measures that mitigate the adverse effects of climate change. Additionally, the German government has pledged a sum of €850,000 to assist Grenada in transforming its transport and energy sector towards a low-carbon and climate-resilient future. We thank you for this invaluable support on behalf of His Majesty King Charles III and the government and people of Grenada. I am pleased to accept your credentials, accrediting you Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Federal Republic of Germany to Grenada. I am happy to welcome you to Grenada and look forward to working with you in strengthening the relations between our two countries.
Grenada and Germany established diplomatic relations in 1974 and have maintained a relationship through the Embassy of Germany, located in Port of Spain, being accredited to Grenada. That story just ended the GIS Evening Report for today, Tuesday, June 18th. Let's recap the top story. Prime Minister and Minister for National Security says stiffer penalties will be imposed on expiration of gun amnesty. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Rakisha, and the rest of the GIS News team. We are now heading over to the Met Office to have a look at the weather. We can tell you that the weather is expected to be mostly cloudy with occasional periods of a light rain by early morning. 25 degrees Celsius minimum temperature, winds easterly to east southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas light to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Okay, and if we take a look at our weather for Wednesday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few brief morning and nighttime showers. Max temperature 32 degrees Celsius, minimum 26.5. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And that's our weather report for tonight and tomorrow. And before we go, we would like to say hello to the folks who are on YouTube. So big up to the people who are chatting and those who are not. Laverne is there, Rita is there, Marcus, Celine, Hillary, Catherine, Jennifer, Keith, who else? Samantha, Sabrina, Sarah, and everybody else on YouTube. Hello. Likewise, hello to Java and the sharing committee holding things down on Facebook. Big up to you. Bermuda, Barbara, Bernadette, Michelle, Marcus, Diana, and everybody else on there. All right. Adonna, Joseph, Angel, Veronica, the usual people, Michelle, Joseph, Jacinta, like the usual. You guys are really good. Yvonne, you know, yeah, y'all loyal, boy. Wah! So blessings to you guys. All right. So guys, we'll touch base again tomorrow, God's willing, same time, same place. I appreciate you, and of course, remember to stay close to your family. God bless you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja. No, take care of yourself. Get some rest, man. And we'll catch up tomorrow, God's willing, again, all right? Don't forget, rest is important. Yeah, rest is important. All right, so whatever it is, just make sure you get some snooze. God bless you.
You